Wow. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, Ruben Amorim has been let go of his duties at Manchester United. He has been sacked by the football club. And reports are it all happened because of yesterday's bombshell outburst after the Leeds game. Check this out. This is why he reportedly got sacked.
I just want to say that I'm going to be the manager of this team, not just the coach. And I was really clear on that. And that is going to finish in 18 months. And then everyone is going to move on. That was the deal. That is my job, not to be a coach. If people cannot handle the Gary Nevilles and the criticisms of everything, we need to change the club. No, guys, I just want to say that I came here to be the manager of Manchester United, not to be the coach. And every department, the scouting department, the sport director needs to do their job. I will do mine for 18 months and then we move on.
That right there is, I think, the big bombshell that led to him getting sacked. Because if you actually go onto Man United's official page and you see what they've said and how brief they've made it very clear that this whole situation is pretty much down to it seems like their hand has been forced. It seems like it's forced their hand slightly. Check this out. Check this out. So if you go reject all later, and then you actually go to it. Check this out. So many pop-ups. Ruben Amorim has departed his role as Manchester United head coach. They're taking a shot because he specifically said he wanted to be there as the manager. He wanted to be the manager, not the head coach. And in his departing message, they put head coach of Manchester United. Right there, number one, shots fired. Number two, was appointed in November of 2024, led the team to a Europa League final, didn't win anything, of course. And then, of course, sitting sixth in the Premier League, the club leadership has reluctantly made the decision that it is the right time to make a change. To me, I feel like he does not have the clout to be going out and saying, I'm the manager, not the head coach. I want to make decisions, blah, 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 and people need to do what they need to do. Basically trying to tell them how to run the club and criticizing the ownership and the people making decisions at Manchester United, because they made it very clear in their departing message that they viewed him as a coach and not as a manager. And to me, seems like he wanted more control, more power, and he was also voicing criticism about certain things that were going on at the club, speaking specifically about certain departments needing to do better jobs, speaking specifically about everyone needing to do their job, basically telling people to stay in their lane. With the high, this will give the team the best opportunity at the highest possible, best opportunity of the highest possibility in Premier League finish, and the club will thank Ruben for their contributions to the club and wish him well in the future. Darren Fletcher will be taking charge of the team against Burnley on Wednesday. Now, with the video I just played for you guys and the statement that you see in front of you, it's very clear that they view Ruben Amorim as a head coach. He viewed himself as a manager, which led to this whole debacle. This whole situation is down to Ruben Amorim voicing his opinion and the club basically saying, you know what, you don't have that kind of say. You don't have that kind of power. You don't have that kind of clout to be coming here and dictating what you are and what you're not. And I think the person who said it the best is Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney had comments a couple of days ago, and I thought Wayne Rooney's comments were very valid. Wayne Rooney came out on the BBC.
He's not Pep Guardiola. He's not Jurgen Klopp. He hasn't got that history or that background. So I don't think he should be speaking with that authority.
Simple. That is valid. You're not Jurgen Klopp. You're not Pep Guardiola. You don't have the background to be speaking with that kind of authority at the club. Simple. And then when asked about the Wolves game,
lose a lot of hope and confidence from the fans, and I think he's probably felt that as well going into this game at Leeds. I think he just made it clear for us. He's like, look, I've got 18 more months.
Well, I don't think he'll have 18 more months if it goes on.
No, that's facts. That's facts. They're laughing, but it's true. At the end of the day, he's not going to be given more time if you are not performing. Simple. You're not going to be given time if you're not performing. Fabrizio Romano speaking about really tense between Manchester United management and Ruben Amorim after they weren't happy with what he said. And why would they? Why would they be happy with what was said? He basically went out there and after 14 months on the job has been let go. 14 months, ladies and gentlemen. He has been in the job for 14 months. He has in those 14 months, he has a 30% win rate. He's lost them a Europa League final to Tottenham. It's not been great. It's not been great. The people who wanted Ruben Amorim out fully deserve to say they wanted him out. Kobe Mainoo probably is ecstatic out of all the Manchester United players. They got rid of Garnacho because of him. But you know what? Probably for the best, right? Probably for the best. If you go under post, Manchester United fans are all probably celebrating. Darren Fletcher is probably excited to be taking over the Manchester United job as interim manager. If I'm them, I don't jump into getting a manager right away. Or if you want to get a manager right away, maybe go try to get Maresca. But whoever you bring in, best believe they're going to want to be a manager and not a head coach. Even
about to go and do the show Rare Presents, as we normally do on a Monday, and it just has been blown apart. Amorim has been sacked by Manchester United. So, guys, we got to go live. Half 10, 10:30 a.m. UK time will be.
There you go. Rio Ferdinand's even going live. Everyone's going live. Everyone's kind of like, yo, this has really... You know what? Look at this list. Look at this list. David Moyes, Ryan Giggs as caretaker. Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. In my opinion, their best manager post Sir Alex Ferguson their most successful manager post Sir Alex Ferguson has been Jose Mourinho. Their best managerial job post Sir Alex Ferguson has been Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And then you had caretaker manager Michael Carrick, Ralf Rangnick for interim. I thought Ralf Rangnick was very blunt, told them as it is, and they did not want to listen to Ralf Rangnick. Then Erik ten Hag came in. He won them a couple of trophies. And then now Ruben. With that being said, there's no level of stability at Manchester United. They constantly sack and hire managers. They're constantly ever revolving door. The managers seem to be constantly falling out with the ownership and the people running the club, even though the people running the club has changed many times in this time period. You've had many different people at the head of Manchester United making appointments and making decisions. But I'm not surprised at all that Ruben Amorim was leaving. I think it's the right decision at the end of the day. And he just didn't seem like he wanted to be there. Will Darren Fletcher take over permanently? I doubt it. How long will he be in charge? I don't know. But the crazy thing is, Maresca got sacked just a couple of days ago. Imagine if Maresca ends up at Manchester United. Imagine if Maresca ends up at Manchester United. Personally, for me, if I'm Maresca, I would not touch the Manchester United job. I don't know who Manchester United will go for, but they have Darren Fletcher as their manager for now. What is Fabrizio saying? Let's see.
Against Leeds United in difficult conditions because Man United had many players not available with injuries, AFCON and all the rest. What I can tell you is that the situation is really with some tension behind the scenes between the coach, Ruben Amorim, and the management. Ruben Amorim was not happy. You can see that. His words in press conference were quite strong. That's very clear. But also, you can see very clearly that Ruben Amorim is not happy with the process at the club in terms of probably bringing in new players. Man United were in for Antoine Semenyo. He decided to go to Manchester City. Then for Manchester United in this moment, it's not easy to find replacements for players who are wanted on the market, like Joshua Zirze, Kobbie Mainoo, and the others. So at this stage, the market at Manchester United is on standby. There's still nothing close, still nothing advanced. And probably Ruben Amorim is not so happy about that. So it's part of the game. Sometimes it can be tense between the manager and the management. It's also important to mention what Amorim said. He said, I signed here as Manchester United, not as Manchester United coach. And that's an important difference. He wants to decide, he wants to make an impact. And this point is about November 2024, when Ruben Amorim signed for Manchester United from Sporting. And his message to the club was, I want to play 3-4-3, 3-4-2-1 in terms of system, in terms of tactics. And at the moment, Man United are not following that model in terms of new signings. And so you can understand why the situation is not always that easy. But at the same time, they are discussing internally, they're talking internally. Let's see how they will handle this situation on the transfer market. It's still the very beginning of the January transfer window, so we will follow the situation in the upcoming weeks to understand what Man United will be able to do. They were ready to pay for Semenyo, but in that case, it was not possible to agree with the player. Let's see what they will find on the market, and they can find the right solution for Ruben Amorim and try to obviously find the best solution possible for the club.
So yeah, basically you can tell that this was all around control and who has control at the club. But before we go any further, shout out to everybody watching. Please do make sure you guys do check out today's title sponsor for today's video, none other than OK Jerseys. Yes, OK Jerseys is the best place to get jerseys. You guys can get jerseys for 8% off using the code EGAL to get a discount on OK Jersey right there. And let's see if there's any more news, because in my opinion, this is the biggest story of the day. Everyone and their mom is going to be speaking about it. They're all going to be jumping up and down, trying to get ahead of this conversation. I'm not surprised that this happened. I'm surprised how quickly it happened, because I would have thought, you know what, maybe we would have had a little bit of foresight. But Ruben Amorim unleashes a little bit on them, and then of course, when you say something like that, the hierarchy is not going to be happy. They're not gonna take it lightly. They're not gonna be surprised. But hey, we'll see where we are in a couple weeks time. And I don't think he's going to be the only person who's sacked. So Maresca's been sacked. Ruben Amorim's been sacked. Probably next is Nuno Espirito Santos. You're going to probably see a bunch of these managers dropping like flies left, right, and center all over the place. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Obviously, it's the right decision. Who's going to come in for them? I don't know. But we're going to wrap it up here. I don't think there's too much to be said. Shout out to everybody who's watching. Ruben Amorim has been officially sacked by Manchester United, and I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised. I think it's the best decision. I think it's the best for them to part ways. Manchester United fans are probably going to get a little bit more excited when they find out they're going to be getting a new manager coming in soon. But who that manager is at this moment in time beats me. I personally would not go for the guys like Oliver Glasner and some of these other guys. Like, Man United's next. Let's see if we can see if there's a list of next managers potentially. Where's the list? Oh, it could be Nagelsmann. I don't know. I personally wouldn't go. I wouldn't jump into it and just hire anybody. People talking about Xavi Hernandez. I wouldn't just jump into it and hire Xavi Hernandez or anything like that. I would wait. I would wait it out. I would see my options. I would actually do a proper interview process and see who's available out there. Because right now, it does not seem like there's too many inspiring managers out there. Imagine if they actually go and get the former England manager Gareth Southgate. because they have been linked to Gareth Southgate in the past. That will be jokes. That will be jokes if they do actually get him. But yeah, you know what? Some Manchester United fans like Terry have been calling him out. They've been asking for him to leave because of his body language and his in-game management and his just undertones of seeming like he doesn't want to be there. So crazy thing is he has signed a whole bunch of attackers, but it looks like now those were club signings. Garnacho liked the Fabrizio Romano post of Ruben Amorim getting sacked. Oh man, that's funny. That's funny. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up here, boys and girls. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day. Let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. I'm not surprised. Once again, me being happy that we have some stability and Mikel Arteta's at the helm at Arsenal Football Club, where these other clubs are constantly changing managers. It makes me so happy that we have a level of stability at my club. And yeah, no manager succeeds like they give him time like Arteta. I don't think too many managers are going to get awarded the time that Arteta has been given, be it due to COVID or just be it due to our own belief that we can turn it around at our club. But yeah, Igal, do you think that there is a top 4 chance or hunt them? You know what? I think this is better for them. They needed a change because he just seemed like he wasn't that interested anymore in the role. He just didn't seem that interested in the position anymore. And the last thing you want is somebody who's there, but is like soft quitting. They're there, but they're not actually putting in the most effort. They're not putting in the most work rate. They're not putting in the most everything. And it leads to worse results than just somebody in the job that actually cares. When you care, you're just going to see more performances. You're going to see better performances. It's very simple. Anyways, we're going to wrap it up here, boys and girls. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day. Catch you guys in the next one. Shocking news. Ruben Amorim has been sacked by Manchester United. Where do we go from here? We will see. Go check out all the boys. You're probably going to have a reaction video from Saeed. You're probably going to have a reaction video from all those people. There's going to be all the United fans are going to be hyped. So go check them out. And yeah, I'm already seeing Saeed did a video 15 minutes long celebrating. But yeah, I'll catch you on the next one.